I'm going to talk about smartphones and how they save lives. Everyone has one, and if you don't, you know someone who does. "35% of U.S. adults have one. 72% of U.S. doctors have one. And 56% of parents said they gave their kids a smartphone for safety and security reasons. I remember when I got my first cell phone. I was about 12. I was a fan of taking pictures with my friends, of course, but at the time I didn't have a camera phone. My parents would constantly call me to see where I was. They would also hassle me on how many texts I sent and received every month. If I went over on my texts or my minutes, I'd be grounded. But times have changed. Kids as young as 8 have their own phones. Everything's unlimited now. Unlimited minutes, unlimited internet, unlimited possibilities. Some parents argue that kids should not have cell phones, let alone smartphones, because there are negatives associated with them. Cell phones are a major cause of car accidents. They have small screens and small buttons. And having unlimited access to a smartphone means work comes back home with us. Work time can cut into family time, and it becomes hard to distinguish between the two. But there are positives to a smartphone as well. One app that can enforce safety is called Find My Friends app on the iPhone. It's helpful for college students, especially students who are roommates with one another. Using this app, you can pinpoint where your friends are without calling or texting them. It's comforting to know that your roommates will always know where you are, and I'm sure it's comforting to them that you know where they are, especially if one of your roommates works a late job or has a night class. It's just safe to have people know. The next 3 apps are ones parents can use to feel more at ease when giving their children a smartphone, along with some independence. Near Parent is an app where the parent can create a virtual neighborhood and can add emergency contacts at different houses on the street. This way, if the child ever needed to run to someone in an emergency situation, the parent would know where the child was running to, and the child would know what adult to trust. Secure Track is when a parent can follow their child using a GPS. This is catered more toward younger children who are just gaining their independence. It can put parents at ease while the child walks home from school or a friend's house down the street. Point is an app that people use as a search engine. The interesting part is that any member using this app also receives alerts when a child is missing. It's a great way to spread word among the communication world. Dr. Nimi is the doctor from the Kilimanjaro Christian Medical Center, and there was an article written about him and his smartphone use. He said he uses his smartphone most of the day because the internet in his office is much slower than his phone. He can also use his phone with the app called iPath to send pictures of x-rays, photos of skin conditions, and patient information. This makes his work much faster and much more efficient, especially if he needs to get in contact with another doctor. Research in Motion is a telecommunication company that works to support different ways of communicating through technology. It works closely with BlackBerries. After the earthquake hit Haiti, many volunteers and doctors had no way of communicating with one another because cell phones weren't working. They soon realized BlackBerry Messenger was working, and they used this to send messages back and forth. This provided a quicker way to ask for more supplies, to let people know who was badly injured, and to direct where and what everyone should be doing. BlackBerry saved lives that day. I hope this made everyone realize how important technology is in today's world and how it has the power to save lives.